Hey guys, Danny Shea back from his smoky camping trip. Fires are out of control. Northern California, Southern California, where we are, there's no fires, just a lot of smoke. Again, in really hot temperatures. So, anyway, thoughts and prayers out to all y'all up there and being affected by these fires. And it's just not in California. It's in Colorado. It's in Oregon. Anyway, just oof. When we were camping, I got to stand next to a tree that started out its life. This majestic living being started out its life in the Roman Empire. Now it was at the end of the Roman Empire. But this tree, 1800 years old, this magnificent living creature. And it was gnarly. It had scars on it. And you'd get up next to it and you would touch it. I did ask permission. I would touch it and you could feel some of the history. My little brain, it couldn't comprehend everything. It was magnificent. Magnificent. Okay. And then I come back to the real world. We're going to get through this. We are going to get through this. It's not going to be the same as it was. We can make it better. So let's work on making it better. First off, I want to thank all of my subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for spending time with me. I wanted to do a reading and take y'all with me camping, but some of you would have been coughing and I was hoping for cleaner air. Anyway, just thank you all. So I want to offer 4 free readings this month, kind of to get away from Trump land and Trumpania, to do something not political. So email me 4 free readings. The other thing I want just to bring out, just to be more positive, to take more of an action role to this. Watch last week's Annie Ortel's Astrology Hub weekly forecast. I watched the first 15 minutes. It was awesome. She's talking in plain English here for the first 11 minutes. It's really good. It'll give you some comfort. Also, watch Rachel Maddow on October 1st. She's on YouTube. At the 4:45 mark, she starts talking about what we can do to make sure our vote is counted. And then a sister article to that is one in the Atlantic, and it was also on NPR. They interviewed the author, and the author's name is Barton Gellman, and he talks about how Trump can steal the election. Are we in a constitutional crisis? And it's not to scare, but it's to prepare. Okay? So check those out. Alrighty. I don't know where to go from here. I'm going to have to pause and look at my notes because there's just so much stuff. When I left, the taxes just came out. What happened with those? Oh, yeah, well, Trump did this disastrous debate. Just a train wreck. I think I want to read on Chris Wallace, what he's thinking about the debates. And then we'll go into Trump and if he's really sick or if he's faking it. Let me pause and shuffle. Okay. I can tell you right off the bat when I was shuffling this, the cards were kind of going everywhere. Going, that's what he's feeling. He's going, what a train wreck. Anyway, the card I pulled last night, I'd like to share that with you. It is Wild Woman. I love, love, love this card. And what this is telling me is to dance with wild abandon. Don't lose sight of our heart space, of our passions. There's a blue center in this, and it looks like the heart is almost upside down. And even if we're feeling a little blue in the center, we got some things that are going on that are affecting us inside. We still need to find the joy, our passion, and dance with wild abandon. Don't give that up. That's what it's telling me. So I'm going to do a little jig later on. Just a little jig. No, I won't. Not on camera anyway. Alrighty. Here we go. Chris Wallace. What are you thinking after this debate? I heard, I want to quit. Chris Wallace after the debate. King of Cups. First card is the King of Cups. Is this about Joe Biden, who is my King of Cups, and I immediately didn't think that, but this is my Joe Biden card. This is him trying to bring calm, trying to be orderly, balanced, both sides. Let's keep going. This is Chris Wallace, what he, in regards to the debates. So it's like, Chris, what are you feeling about these debates? Heartbreak. It was so hard. It was so difficult. At the base of the reading, Judgment. Behind him is the Queen of Swords with Truth. And we have the Hangman up top. And the Nine of Cups. Let's drop this down so y'all can see. Come on now. Behave, camera. There we go. Get rid of this. So, let me kick all this stuff up. Getting a little crowded. My accoutrement. Thank you guys. All right. So we have him trying to be, this could almost be a temperance card, right? But he is the moderator. He was the one that was supposed to bring calm, orderly, forward thinking in this sea of emotion. Try to keep the emotion down to ripples. This is water. Trying to keep the emotion down to ripples versus, big, huge waves. And it was crossed by the Three of Swords. Just the pain of it all. There were some positive moments, but it was just awful. At the base of it is Judgment. Now, who's that? We can pull a clarifier on that. See who that Judgment is. I kind of got an idea. People have made up their minds from this debate. Some of the people that were sitting on the fence, just going, this is awful. This isn't the way that we should be in America, in the U.S. Digression. Did you guys see what Melania said about her Christmas decorations? She doesn't care about Christmas, and she doesn't give a F about the kids being separated from her family, from their families. This is not the U.S. that I envisioned. Behind it, we have the Queen of Swords. We have some truth that is coming out. We got to see the harsh truth that is there. At the top of the reading, we have the Hanged Man. Nothing much new was going on except how abusive. I mean, we really got to see the nastiness. For those that don't know it, the nastiness that the Hanged Man presented. I mean, our country's just in limbo because of this heartbreak. And again, this is Chris Wallace's reading, so he was in suspension. He didn't know what to do. He was trying to bring truth, trying to bring some clarity, but he was just getting hung up with all of this. This is kind of like, the Nine of Cups is supposed to be the wish card. The smug merchant, blah, blah, blah. But when I see this, it's almost like the Seven of Cups, illusion, delusion, and all these bees just flying around. It's like, oh, it's such a distraction. Such a distraction. Let's keep going. You have the Five of Pentacles. Just out in the cold, lost. And external influences, you have the Knight of Swords. Harsh truth, doesn't matter who you take down. Hopes and fears, Ace of Pentacles. New financial starts, and the Six of Cups, going back to simpler times. I keep pulling away from Chris Wallace and going into the debate, so obviously I have to do a reading on the debate. Chris Wallace was just devastated with that. He let it get out of control. I don't know how he could have reined it in, but he was the moderator, so was it planning, whatever? He tried this, the external influences. This is Trump just slashing and burning, and he doesn't care who he hurts. But the hopes and fears, people are seeing this, a new path, a new way of being, and they want to go back to simpler times. Chris Wallace at the base. Four of Swords. He needs to take a little break. And when I saw a little bit of Trump, I go, man, that guy's not well. His eyes were watery, his eyes were bloodshot, and then you find out he has COVID. And it is the King. Four of Swords is retreat, illness, King of Pentacles. Looking towards a new horizon, some new information. With the Queen of Pentacles. King and Queen is at Melania, and here's your Temperance card, and here's your walking away. And it keeps going. I mean, oh my God, look at that. You have the Nine of Swords. You have the Ten of Wands, big burden. You have the Ten of Swords. You have temperance. You have illness. Let's read on Trump. So clearly Chris Wallace just was, he wants so much a new start and to go back to a simpler time of the past where common courtesy rules, right? Where you can have a disagreement and not be name calling. It's just nuts. All right. Okay. Magic, right? New cards. Let's just see how this is going to, how did this work out for Trump for his election chances? How many cards do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all I want to pull for now. Let's see where the bottom card is. The world. World was watching. He thought it was great. Being crossed by justice. And at the bottom is the King of Swords, truth. In the past as it relates is the Nine of Swords. And at top is the Six of Cups. And in the potential near future, the King of Coins. So it's all about him being the king. He wanted to throw this truth out. This is what he thought he was doing. It's all about him, and he was just, I can do whatever I want. It's all good. It doesn't matter. Whatever I say, people will love me. But it's being crossed by justice and truth. And the worry, the feeling like we're being imprisoned, hanging on to our knees, going, please let this end. And people are just tired of it. People are just tired of it. So, let's just pull 4 more. Let's pull 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes I mix up my shuffling. Sometimes I don't. All right, internal forces. Ooh, sick. 4 swords. External. Page of Swords. He's getting some new truth that he may not be liking. Hopes and fears are the Lovers. Interesting. Hopes and fears, the Lovers. Well, he is in a little bubble right now with his COVID plans. And he's only appealing to his base. Nobody else. 4 coins. He's out in the cold. He's out in the cold. He's hanging on to everything. He doesn't have that much money in that tent either. So, yeah, so we knew all that. It's all about him. But what? It's not going to get him any more votes except for the people that are his rabid supporters. All right, so let's, is Trump sick? Is he really sick or is he faking it? Is he really sick or is he faking it? Faking it to get out of a debate. You know, it's he did so well. And it's funny listening to the news how they go, yeah, all his handlers, if you can call them that, are saying he did a great job because nobody can say anything bad to him. He did a great job. All right. Trump. What's 411 on Trumpy? Is he really sick? What's 411 on Trump? Oh. Knight of Cups. This is, you know, when I look at this card, you know, he's just alone. He's not doing well. He's getting news, and it's very gray news. It's not bright and cheerful. Being crossed by 3 of Wands. This card, to me, is coming together working for one unified goal. The base of the reading, you have the 3 of Pentacles. Again, people that are working together, and you have 2 people helping the one person that's working. I'm not sure where this is going yet. In the past, we have strength. It's past as it relates. And then the top of the reading, overshadowing it, oh, that ain't no good. We got the 10 of Swords. 10 Swords in the back. The guy's in a fetal position. In the near future, still working at it. Building, adding one more piece to the puzzle. I'm just going to keep going with this real quick. We've got the 3 of Cups, which is kind of a little celebration, and this is internal forces and external forces. The 2 of Cups, hopes and fears. The High Priestess. And the final outcome is the Magician. Ooh, and the Hermit. Okay, before I look at the end of the deck, let's go at the bottom of the deck. I mean, let's check this out. Okay. So, I kind of feel like I'm looking at Humpty Dumpty. He's not doing very well. He's a little sick, but you have people working together for one common goal to get him well, to keep him well. And again, you have with this card, the Apprentice card, the 3 of Pentacles, again, working together and directing the worker bee, the apprentice, giving him advice on how to do things. You have strength in the past, and in the potential near future, you have still building something, still adding one more piece. And when I look at this, we're talking about his health. He's missing that health piece. It's almost like DNA or something, or an atom or something. He's missing that. And he's trying to put it together. Anyway, you have the Ten of Swords up here. He is not feeling well. This overshadows the whole reading. He's going to come out with a celebration. Yay, we're good. That's what he wants to project. External forces, his spin machine is going to go, everything's fine, it's all good. However, in the hopes and fears, we have the High Priestess. There's information that is coming out that is not going to, it's going to be hidden. There's not going to be full disclosure, obviously. And here, in the outcome, we have the Magician and the Hermit. So it's either the Magician trying to hide something that is going to be seen, or he's going to really hide what should be seen. Something. Let's look at the base of the deck. Eight of Cups, walking away. King of Wands, from big, hard, sharp news, because it's very difficult to handle. Ten of Wands, it's a big burden. And we have the King of Cups, which is my Joe Biden card, getting his wish. And I have the Chariot upside down. So if this card represents moving on, but not quite sure what direction you're moving in, being upside down, and if these cards represent Joe Biden, because it went to him here, Joe Biden is staying, he's getting his wish. Trump is leaving with this Eight of Cups. Because of that. When I look at this card, and when I look at this card, the Eight of Coins, which was in the potential near future, and the Ten of Wands, to me, these both look like virus cards to me. So, I think it's real, and he's going to spin it as it's not that bad. So let's ask that question if we can. Is Trump going to be able to spin this? Is Trump going to be able to spin this to his advantage? Is Trump going to be able to spin this to his advantage? Trump going to be able to spin this to his advantage? This COVID illness. Is Trump going to be able to spin this? Okay, let's see. Three of Cups. Crossed by Six of Swords. The base of the reading's the Lovers. Wheel of Fortune, the Devil at the top, King of Swords in the near future, Eight of Cups internally, externally is Death, Ten of Cups in the hopes and fears, Two of Cups, and Temperance. What a mixed bag of cards. Ace of Cups, Seven of Coins, Four of Coins. Okay. So, at the center of the reading, we have Three of Cups coming together in some kind of celebration. Maybe he hasn't died. I don't know. Is he going to spin this to his benefit? That looks like, yeah, he might. But I'm getting, maybe that's us. Because he is moving on to calmer waters. At the base of the reading is the Lovers in the bubble. This is him being sick. This is his karmic justice, so to speak, because he didn't take the virus seriously. So now he is in his little bubble with his wife that doesn't like Christmas or kids. He's the devil. He's addicted to something. And in the potential future is truth. So with just these cards here, these 6 cards here, you can see that he wants so much to win, but he's going to be forced to be moving on to calmer waters because of the virus, because he didn't take it seriously, because he knew he was sick. He knew that he's got this addiction, and it's not a drug addiction, but it's an addiction just to be right all the time. But the King of Swords is telling him, no, 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 no. Truth overrides whatever you want to present. You have the Eight of Cups walking away from sadness, from sorrow. So he is thinking of doing that. He's got the Death card, moving away from an ending into a beginning. And I'm not saying this is physical. Hopes and fears is that he will have a full recovery and he'll balance. He'll have some balance in his life. And here he's got, in the final outcome, the 2 cards for the final outcome are the Two of Cups and Temperance. And I think I want to pull some clarifiers on that, because that Two of Cups, working together, it's almost like the Lover's card here, right? But it's more of a working together with a higher source, with something that is bigger than you, and accepting that emotional union. And it's accepting where you are with this Temperance. And again, we have the Ace of Cups, very similar. It's an emotional new start. Seven of Swords is taking some stuff and leaving, thief in the night. With your small amount of money in the Four of Coins, going back to a simpler time. Again, he's still in the bubble. And a lot of news coming out really, really fast. Once again, I'm glad I'm not him. So, 34 minutes. I'm going to end it here. Thank you all. Thank you all for watching. Again, send me your emails. If you want a reading, I'm going to do 4 for October to my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, click subscribe. And Take care of yourselves, guys. Dance like a wild woman. All right. I might come on tomorrow. If I don't, I'll see you Sunday. Peace and love.